I'm supposed to be making a video about not taking yourself so seriously. And here I am on take 5, taking myself too seriously. It's an everyday walk, y'all. This journey we call life. I'm sitting here trying to think of where to start. And I'm struggling. I had a whole plan for how this video was supposed to go, what I was supposed to talk about, all the things. But honestly, I'm just gonna talk. And wherever this goes is where it goes. I take myself way too seriously. And I realized that a few weeks ago when I had a really embarrassing moment. And I hate being embarrassed. I hate feeling like the butt of the joke. I hate feeling like people probably think I'm stupid and all these things. And so when I had this embarrassing moment, I could not stop replaying it in my mind. So I tried to distract myself. I tried to play music. I tried to listen to a podcast, all the things. And I just so happened to be stuck in traffic on my way home from work. And I just kept hearing something inside of me say, like, turn everything off. And I didn't want to listen. So I kept trying music. I kept trying different podcasts. Nothing was like working. And I kept coming back to this thought, like, turn everything off. And so I finally listened. And as I sat there in traffic, in silence, at first it was the most uncomfortable thing. And I'm like, I can't do this. I need something to drown out the noise. But then something shifted. I started to talk out loud. I started to just talk to myself, to God, about how I was feeling. And initially, it still felt uncomfortable. But then I was able to gain some clarity and some revelation about myself. First thing I realized is that I take myself too serious. I don't know how to laugh at myself when I make mistakes. I don't know how to find the joys, like the simple joys of life, because I'm a very ambitious person. And from as young as I can remember, I was always very conscious of the fact that we only get one life. And I didn't want to mess up the one life that I got to live. And it created this fear and this like need to control everything, myself, my family, friends, just the world around me in general. Because I had this idea of how my life was supposed to go. And then when life starts to veer off from how my mind says it was supposed to go, it's like I get anxious and I don't know how to deal with that. So anyway, while I'm sitting in traffic and I'm talking to myself and I'm having these realizations, I say, you know what, I'm done taking myself so seriously. So that's where I am now, learning how to not take myself so seriously. And that was about 2 weeks ago. And here's what I've learned so far. It's okay to lean into the unknown. Life isn't just about checking off a list of accomplishments. Remember to truly feel and experience everything that you get to go through. Because at the end of the day, good or bad, it's just a moment. And granted, I understand everybody's going through different things, everybody has different life circumstances, but to the best of your ability, just think of this as something that will eventually be over, and you want to use this time to experience all of it, because that's what we're here for, to have experiences. Two is allowing yourself to be a student. Now, this is something that I really struggle with, but you're not going to be an expert at everything, and you're not supposed to be. But when you allow yourself to be a student, you allow room for miracles to happen. And next, I would say romanticizing your life is so important, especially when it comes to the seemingly small things. And this is one that I will say has helped me the most. Like when I get frustrated or irritated, I try to just remind myself that life is what I make it. So, for example, Christmas. As we get older, I notice that people start to say, "Oh, I haven't had the Christmas spirit in so long," and all of these things, and Christmas just isn't the same anymore. It's because Christmas is what we make it. It's about the effort that we put into it. You find joy in Christmas because of the decorations and the lights and the colors and like all of the fun cozy things, like the music that comes with Christmas. So if you aren't intentionally doing those things, of course you're not going to feel the Christmas spirit because you aren't putting any effort into it. So I think it's the same thing with life. So one thing I've started trying to implement is like intentionally breathing, like deeply breathing while I'm doing simple tasks like washing the dishes or doing my makeup. I'll take a pause and like, because it grounds me back into the present moment. And I just like overemphasize everything I'm doing. So like when I'm doing my makeup, I'm staring into my eyes while I put my blush on and things like that because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something important, like I'm the main character of a rom-com or something like that. And I don't know, it's like what's the science behind why people love vlogs? People love vlogs because they love to see one, what they aspire to, and people that are just like them doing simple things, because it romanticizes life. And I feel like if we put that same effort into our own lives, then our lives would be better. Number four is something I still really struggle with and I'm still learning to incorporate, but that is accepting that the version of me that exists in other people's heads is something that I will never live up to. Something that I notice about myself is depending on how a person knows me or when a person met me, the people pleaser in me tries to live up to the version of myself that I think exists within someone else's head. And that's not my job. And that is not your job either. And that's the reason that I'm posting this video. Not because I'm an expert on this topic or anything like that, but because this is something that I'm actively working on in my own life. And so I know that there's somebody else that needs to hear these things. I am a woman that is constantly evolving, constantly changing. I don't think the same way that I used to think. I don't act the same way I used to act. I don't even talk the same way that I used to talk. And I used to feel like I had to be the same version of myself all the time because I didn't want people to think, oh, she changed and she this and she that, but I'm supposed to, because it'd be a shame if I stay the same. That's a song. Can't think of what song it is, but I know it's a song. But it would be a shame if I stayed the same. And so it's just like accepting your own evolution is a part of the journey. You should never stop learning about yourself. You should never stop finding out new information about who you are, because as you grow, you grow more into the person that you're supposed to become. I think sometimes we tend to box ourselves in because other people box us in. No one else can put you in a box unless you allow them to. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta let go of whatever idea that other people may have of us, because we're trying to live up to a specific idea or version of ourselves, that takes the joy out of life. You feel drained trying to be someone that you're not. And another thing that I'm learning during this season is to intentionally choose joy as an act of rebellion in a world that wants you to remain depressed and sad and lonely and all these things. But you have to choose joy. Sometimes joy isn't just gonna come to you or be handed to you because your circumstances aren't so joyful, and that's real, but you have to choose it. And lastly, control the things that you can control. Everything is not in your control. Your circumstances, a lot of times, are not in your control. But how you choose to show up in those circumstances are in your control. They are. And we're not going to feel our best every day. But to the best of our ability, we should be showing up as the version of ourselves that we wish to become. Oh, one last thing that has helped me: music. The music that you listen to matters. I am a very deep person. So, like, everything I do is like very deep. So, even down to the music I listen to, I like to listen to music that is like a super deep or like spiritual message or something like that. But lately, I've been back in my pop era. Like, I have been loving like pop and like dance music because it's helping me to like just let go and to just be free and just exist and dance. And so I just wanted to add that little tidbit in before I ended this video. Try listening to a genre of music that just makes you feel free, because it helps me. Yeah. Also, I was supposed to be vlogging today, but as you can tell, I I'm just not there mentally, and I'm usually not this like mellow, but I didn't want that to stop me from making a video today. It's just that I just started my period and I'm getting over this cold, so like physically I don't have 100%. And so I think this is a prime example of what I mean. Like, it's okay. I'm human just like everybody else. And so I am still showing up with what I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and could take something from this video. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye. Love y'all.